Hi, I'm Rose, and you are watching The Sovereign Soul. I'm a nervous system and soul guide for divinity, reconnection, and soul freedom. Today, I want to talk about the concept of the soul is pure source energy having an individuated experience, and why I think that is actually not a healthy narrative, and I actually think that it's a trap and a lie. So bear with me. I hope that this challenges your belief systems in a massive way because that allows us to change. And I'm not saying I'm right, I'm just giving another possibility. So, in the Earth Matrix and the Greater Matrix, we are living something else's creations. Our individual soul experience is nothing more than actually living out something else's vision. It's this other thing's ideas of bodies, of societies, hierarchies, what living means and how we're supposed to do it. It's its rules and it's its guidelines. And everything within these matrices serve its goal, ideas, vision. So I say bodies are unnatural and they actually make no sense. And in fact, I've just done a podcast episode on 16 reasons why I think bodies are actually unnatural. So, first of all, they require constant maintenance, just like living our lives in a body does. Bodies die, bodies separate us from divinity. We are etheric. So we are not one thing. In fact, we could morph into anything we wanted to. We are pure creator energy and we are actually completely whole, and we don't need anything from anyone or anything in order to actually experience that. But here on Earth, we certainly cannot survive without that. Needing others. So the concept of needing anything other than yourself to be whole is a trap. Any separate identity that needs separate consciousness to survive or live or experience itself is a trap. You're already complete. Needing to be born to experience life, that's a trap. Any narrative and teaching that claims we are here to work off karma, here to grow and learn, here as source experiencing itself, here to serve humanity, whatever it is, I think it's a lie. And I think it's a trap. It just perpetuates the situation. Nothing makes it better. The universe exists to trap our energy for it to be at the creators of this universe's disposal. I don't care if it's a high consciousness planet, but anything that's got bodies and you can't leave the bodies and you don't remember coming into the body, you don't remember leaving the body, to me, that's all major red flags. And this is why spiritual amnesia is part of this process, because we're programmed to forget what we are and to be parasites, programmed to be parasites, just like the energy we're living in is. You have the power within you to create a million universes if you wanted to. And you don't need anything from anyone to do that. You have that ability. You are eternal consciousness and energy. So, yeah, you're much bigger than what you're living in a human body. So believing in a narrative that keeps you incarnating into bodies, wherever those bodies might be, in their worlds, with their created ideas to play their game by their rules, is using your soul's energy to fuel their worlds, their egos, their megalomania, and their narcissism. So that's that. I will leave a link for the podcast episode on 16 reasons why I think it's unnatural to live in a body. There's also a link to my free resource library, which is like a decade of resources that I have created, of books, courses, meditations, energy healings, and audio tutorials. The link is in the description, as well as a link to my overall podcast and other socials. Okay, thanks for listening.